what's going on YouTube? LMC here. Hey, just wanted to give a little update video. I posted a video yesterday about this new game, BattleJack. So I've been playing a little bit. I just wanted to kind of show you guys the game a little bit more. I created the guild yesterday. First thing is, I didn't realize, this game just came out. So apparently you cannot search for a guild. It only gives you like 4 different guilds to choose from. So the only way you could possibly join F2PG, which really stinks, is if you just get lucky and I have a spot open and you join. But basically this is the guild tab right here. So it filled up really quick. We had 30 members, 4 online currently. So basically what I've been doing, just to kind of keep the guild going strong, I'm level 18 here, and there's not a whole lot you can do with the guilds. You can use it to help each other to level up as a guild, and assuming you're all about the same level of play, you get a different guild score each week. Right here's the tally. So, like this guy, he defeated the boss titan 9 times, so that adds to the total guild tally for the boss titan. I don't think that's what this guild score is. I think it's only with the boss titan. And then at the end of the week, that's like the world boss. So then at the end of the week, we'll get a certain reward. See, right now our guild is 1,540, I think. 4 numbers here. We have 111 boss titan kills. Which kind of stinks, because if you get players who join midway through the week and they've already beat the boss titan 6 times, or just say a number, like right now I've beaten the boss titan 11 times, so he's a level 12 for me, which is about as high as I can go with my current deck right now. So since how I started this guild when I had about 10, then I only contribute 2 to the weekly boss titan tally. Hopefully that makes sense. So basically, you want to play with the same people. You want your guild to be strong and everybody to stay in the guild and start the boss titan at the same time and go through the entire week so that you can have a high boss titan score. So that's ideal. But currently with the guild, what I'm doing is I'm kind of kicking some of the low levels. I took some screenshots just to keep the guild pretty strong. I'm just kicking out the low levels who are inactive, who aren't playing for the certain day, who aren't making the same progress as everybody else. So, as I said yesterday, just keep playing the game. Right now, the lowest level in our guild is an 8. Try to maintain a pretty high level and play the game. Join a different guild right now. And then if you want to join F2PG, which would be great, I'd rather have followers in the guild. As soon as that search function comes available, I'm sure they're going to add it. I'm sure they didn't do that right away just because a new game has so much traffic that they don't want to have too many features, or else the servers might crash. That would be my guess. So they're going to add it, I'm sure. So yeah, basically these are some cards the other people have. This is a 4-star card. There's 6 monsters can go up to 6 stars. Some monsters can. Most monsters can only go up to like 4 or 5 stars. So similar to Summoner's War. I know most people have seen Summoner's War on my channel. As an example, this guy, when you first start playing, you might find a bunch of goblin cards. There's 3 different main colors: water, earth, fire. And you can evolve these ones up to 3 stars, kind of like the 1-star, 2-star monsters in Summoner's War, but they max out at 3. And then you're going to get some rare summons, which are basically like your mystical scrolls, right? And with those, you can get 3-star to 5-star monsters, I think. Maybe you can get a 6-star, I don't know. But whoever this monster is, for an example, you could summon a 3-star version, a 4-star version, or a 5-star. But it can go all the way to 6-star. So I think in this game, if it's like other games I've played, they have certain monsters that only go up to 5 stars. Like this guy right here, who I summoned this 3-star. He's a mech monster. He works really well with my other 4-star summon right here, which was pretty cool. So I basically skipped a whole level of evolution process and got to start with a 4-star level 1 mech dark monster here. And these monsters combo together, which is really cool. I'm really lucky to have these. And especially when you first start playing, there's a certain amount. Each card takes a certain amount of team points. So my team right here, seeing as how I am level 18, every time you go up a level, your team size, maximum team size increases. So my max team size is 24 right now. So that allows me to have this 4-star. And if I sort this by party size, if I wanted to have basically she and this dude right here, this isn't even a monster, this is like evolution material. But if I wanted to put this guy in my party, it would take 10 of my total 24. So her, she's 9, she takes up a good portion of my party size. And then, actually I've been using this deck. You can have up to 3 decks up here. So I've been using her when I do single player with this guy. So looking at her, here's the skills. So you get these skill evolution scrolls. They're not that rare, but you have to have the right element evolution scroll to level up your skill. So right here I have 1 dark evolution scroll. So I could go with her skill, I could make it level 2, and it would increase basically her main skill attack does 23 times, it would turn into 23.3 times. The defense of her would go into a dark attack on a single enemy with a 90% chance to weaken for 2 turns. So it's actually a really strong attack right here. I'm not using this scroll, I'm kind of waiting until I get 2 because I want to get this cooldown time to 13. So just like summoners were, cooldown time is very important. But what makes her combo really well is with this other mech monster. So her leader skill increases the defense of mechanical heroes 2.5 times. So that's pretty powerful here. She has a lot of defense. You can see, so she's a warden type. So whenever you summon a monster, their stats are all basically going to be the same. If another person summoned her as a 4-star level 1 and a warden type, it would be exactly the same monster. But it says right down here when you click on the monster, wardens focus on defense. So she has a boost to the defense. You could have a boost to, I think this is regeneration, recovery. Recovers health between battles and increase the effect of healing. So your total recovery plays out in your health bar. I'll show you that in a battle. But you could have a boost to your main attack or a boost to your health depending on your type here. This is the only variable thing that can change. It's the thing you kind of want to be paying attention to when building a team, but when you're first starting, you know, if you get a monster, a 4-star monster, and it's the wrong type, it doesn't matter to you because you just got a 4-star monster. It's just like summoners where that's going to boost up your total progress a lot faster. So I was super excited to get her actually because she is warden type. Her leader skill increases the defense of mechanical heroes 2.5 times. So using her as a leader, I get more defense off the bat. Her main skill does damage based on defense. She's warden, so she has a higher base defense. So she's almost a perfect monster in this case. Plus, when you start getting later in the game, it really seems like the bosses have really high shields. So you need to kind of, when you're playing single player, you kind of need to have some attacks that do huge amounts of damage. So 21, hitting the 21 usually does a lot of damage. That's usually really good. But on top of that, if you can have like this right here, when I have this guy in my team, and after 14 turns, flips the defense of the monster to a negative number for 3 turns. So it's basically like a defense break, right? This X-ray combo attack. So I need to have this monster to get that combo skill. So what I can do with this deck is I can flip the defense on a boss monster, then I can hit him with this attack, and with my fire guy, he also has a skill which does damage. So I can do a ton of damage to a boss monster with these two key players. Another thing I find really cool about this game is you need to have a healer or a shielder in your party, or else your hit points will get whittled down. So you have to build a team that you can survive with, along with being able to do those mass attacks. Plus, there's auto battles, so it's got a farming element to this game too. I'm really enjoying it. I used some of my Google Play bucks just now to buy the starter pack. It was $4.99. They're gonna give that to you, so these aren't gonna these are the packs that are gonna appear when you first start playing the game. This is the first one, arena pack, so you get one rare summon, so that's worth about 300 gems. And then this down here, 400 arena tickets. You don't really need arena tickets, they refill really fast, and the battles take a lot longer than Summoner's War, so you're gonna have plenty to do just by using your energy and arena tickets. I don't think this is a good pack, not for $4.99. The ghost pack is gonna be these two are gonna be the first two that are offered to you. This one, these ghosts are used to level up your heroes. So you have to really manage your resources in this game. Basically, yes, I want to close the offer. I'm jumping around a little bit, but hopefully this helps new players. Basically, you don't want to just feed anything to anything. So if you have a level 1 monster here like this dude, I'm going to level him up. I just got him with the pack I bought for $5. Not too excited. He was a 3-star normal monster. He can only go up to a 4-star. But I don't have a problem feeding this dude like some level 1 creatures here. I'm gonna save that for evolution actually, but stuff like this, these level 1 2-stars, they're okay. These level 1 1-stars, these are the ones you would normally sell. So you can only select 5 at a time. I'm gonna feed him like just this garbage here. This is all level 1 stuff, plus these 2 greenies. It makes sense to feed monsters the same element type, because then if you feed them the same element type, you have a chance for a 1.5 or a 2x bonus. So it's kind of like when you get lightning in Summoner's War, you feed other monsters, but you only have that chance in this game if you're feeding the same element monsters. So just keep that in mind. Normally I wouldn't do this, but for 1200, basically here's his current EXP, and this is one thing I don't like. It tells you 807 he's gonna gain on 1x, but it doesn't tell you how many levels that's gonna be, so you don't really know if you're gonna go if you're gonna go over what you need. I know for a fact this is only gonna give him a few levels with this card. So 1x times, because I only had a couple chances, I only fed a couple light units to this light unit, so I didn't get lucky. I didn't get the 1.5x or the 2x, but generally I would feed to a level 1 a bunch of low level cards first, because it gets way more expensive the higher level they are. So you can see that didn't cost me much. That cost me like 1200 or something like that. Pretty little. But if I were to come up here and pick this girl, this 4-star level 42, and I wanted to feed her, let's just pick one of these low level monsters. This guy, for example. Just to feed one monster is 4,400. So it gets way more expensive. So basically you feed the low level monsters to him if you want to be resource efficient. And then when they start getting higher levels, then you want to start feeding these types of monsters of the same color, of course. Or you're going to be playing higher dungeons, so you're going to get more of the 2-star and 3-star ones. You get a lot more experience, a lot better bang for your buck with a 2-star or a 3-star compared to feeding some of these 1-stars down here. If you run out of storage space, I have quite a bit of storage space. That's another thing the game tries to leech gems out of you. Gems are the premium currency, and you can see I just got like an extra 400 for that pack or whatever. But it gives you enough where you can expand your storage. They ding you for 50 gems every time you want to increase by 5. But honestly, my opinion is you're gonna want the monster storage. You're gonna need it eventually. Just spend the gems, get yourself the monster storage when you need it. Don't be trying to get rid of every monster and micromanage. It's not worth your time. Eventually you're gonna do this anyway. So I'm just gonna throw another 50 down. Now I can have a total of 85 monsters. So and that fills up pretty quick, especially when you're doing auto battles and you're just trying to gain levels. So you kind of want to build an auto team too. This right here would be my auto team. One thing I want to point out to everybody that I learned, this was my very first summon. He's a 4-star guy, and he's pretty cool. He's got a lot of good attack. I leveled him up. I fed a few monsters to him. But what I don't like about him is on an auto team, this is his skill. Get a new hand of cards and attack times 1.6 for 1 turn. Plus it gives 1 skill energy to all allies, so it decreases all the other allies' skills by 1 turn. Which is, it's a good skill. But in auto mode, the computer's too stupid to know to ever use this skill, so it never uses it. The computer will use your healing skills whenever they're available, basically, which is not ideal. And it will use your shield. Shields are very important in this game too. And it's going to use that basically whenever that's available, which is okay. I don't want the auto battle in this game to be too smart, because then it makes it so that you don't ever really want to play. If all you had to do was auto, then you wouldn't have any fun, especially with the way the battle system in this game works. So I like the auto system. I'm happy it's here for those times I just want to use my meat, my energy. And I like that it's not too smart, but you need to build an auto team for yourself that's going to take advantage of your character's skills. So I took him off my auto team. The game is smart enough, of course, to use her skill, which is a damage attack. It will use the damage attacks, and it will use the shields. This guy can go all the way to 6-star, so he's the only monster I currently have that can go to 6-star. And I actually pulled 2 of them right off the bat. I don't know what the chances of that are, or likelihood. So I got 2 of these guys at level 3 that can go to 6-star. I think this girl, I found her in a dungeon. She can go to 5-star too. Just got her a few hours ago. But anyways, this is like my auto team right now. So he'll throw his shield up, and every 14, cooldown 14. So basically, as long as I'm alive after 14 turns, this shield stays up for 5 turns. Unless they break it down, which I don't do auto battles. You won't be doing auto battles where your shield's going to go down that quickly. You'll be doing some of the medium difficulty battles as much as you can handle with an auto team. And then these 2 monsters, you're going to get these right off the bat. You're going to get a level 1 version of them. I don't know, I turned mine from a level 1 to a level 2 into a level 3. It didn't cost that much. It wasn't that difficult to do. It basically takes some different evolution material, which you'll farm and you'll get. The evolution material starts with these little guys. These are the level 1 evolution material. You'll get them just in general scenarios, and there are events just like Hall of Magic type things off the main page that every day has a different color. So you can get those guys, and the same exact way in Nightmare mode or the events, you can get the level 2 guys. You're going to need like 1 or 2 of these to turn it into from a 2-star to a 3-star. To turn it from a 1-star to a 2-star, you're only going to need 1. But basically these 2 girls, you're going to get them right off the bat. They combo with each other, which is great. Gives you an extra healing ability. I don't know if I'm recommending this. This is only like my 3rd day playing this game, but it worked really well for me. So throwing both these girls on your team along with a couple other high party size takers. I have a 3-star Earth Girl here that I want to use, but I can't because my party size won't allow for me to add her. So I have a max level 2-star and a max level, not a max level 3-star yet. but I have her right here, and she's quite a bit more powerful. She's got more hit points than attack and stuff. So as soon as my party size allows, I'm going to put her on my team. But you're going to get the 2 stars in Nightmare mode once you unlock those. And I just got a 3-star from Hell mode, a 3-star water girl. I only did 1 Hell mode just an hour ago just to see how difficult it was. And the only one I could do, of course, was Hell mode, the very first one here. So they recommend 2000 power, but if you're building the right team with the right healers and shielders and you have enough defense there, you can get by with like 1400, 1500 total power. And it'll tell you your total power when you go to join a battle. So let's do one here. This is normal mode. I've already worked my way through all of these levels, so you can tell I have 1 star on all these levels, which means I've completed them on normal mode, all the scenario areas, and I have 2 stars for the first 2, which means I beat those completely on Nightmare mode. And I only beat the very first scenario on Hell mode here. And this gave me this girl. So you can get any of these monsters. I think you can get any of these monsters. I'm not sure on this guy. You should be able to. It might be a really rare drop, but eventually when your team gets good enough, so you don't really have to build any of these 3 stars. So I would stay away from some of the traps, which are not going to be monsters you're going to be taking far into the future, and they're just going to be a waste of your level up material. Some of those, I would say, you know, work on your base hero. I did not do that. Maybe you don't want to either, but these guys have really good skills, and they can go all the way to 5-star. I've heard it recommended other places that the Earth girl here, she's pretty good. I don't know, but I would stay away. From your imps here. You know, you can get the 3-star imps later on. I would stay away from these guys. You can get 3-star in Nightmare for these ogres. I mean, maybe they'll combo good with something, but I think the healers are more important. So these are 2 healer girls with the same combo skill. So basically, she purges, the other one gives me a continuous round of health every turn. And then along with Healing Winds, when you have both of them on your team, you get this other healing skill, which basically at a lower level heals all allies for 300 hit points. So if you have 4 or 5 allies on your team, that's usually enough hit points to get you back up to max. So why don't I just show you guys a battle, and you'll get an idea of my team here, how the game kind of works. Let's play one that's not going to take a really long time, because some of these battles they can take quite a while. So this one I could get a boss water healer card. Here I'm gonna do this level because I haven't gotten this boss card yet. Maybe we'll get lucky, maybe not. But here's some other rare drops. One other thing that most people aren't going to know, any of these gold cards, so like this gold dragon here, he's really good to sell. He's going to give you a ton of coins. So if I click sell for this gold dragon, I would get 50,000 coins just from selling him. He came from a rare chest of some sort, and you can get the rare beetles and the gold beetles and the gold frogs. And as far as I know right now, best thing to do is to sell those for more coins. So then you can level up more things. You can level up your runes and stuff too. So that's another thing I didn't talk about, but I got runes on my 2 best monsters here. So this is kind of silly. It says chest slots are full. You won't be able to gain any chests from this dungeon. I mean, that's going to happen to you quite a bit because you can only hold 4 chest slots, and each of them take a certain amount of time to open. So I think they need to do something about that. So this isn't a really hard dungeon that I'm fighting right now, but it is water. No, it is water. So Earth would be strong against it. These are just some of the friends just when you first start playing, you're going to have options to pick other people of your similar level to play with. And then after you beat the level, just invite them to be your friend, because maxing out your friends list is beneficial for you and for them. Just like summoners were. You use your friend's monster. So I'm using this guy, and he's going to get honor points for me using his monster. So it's good for everybody. Plus, you want to have those friend monsters, because then you get an extra skill with them too, compared to just using a random person. Anyways, I brought 2 potions, 3 potions with me. This one, if I get frozen, I can use this potion to remove it. These potions aren't that rare. I've had to use the healing potions before when I really want to beat a level and I've been working at it for a while. I just didn't want to lose. I mean, like this one right here, heals 100 hit points per hero. So that's not going to heal a lot of hit points. That's only going to heal 500 total hit points. So it's only going to be about that much of your bar. So pretty useless, really. 250 hit points per hero times 5. That's about a quarter of your bar. That might get you to survive another level. But like these girls, their combo skill is 300 hit points per hero. So 300 times 5. You know, that's 1500. It seems like it's more than that. That doesn't really make sense. Buff stats 30%. It seems like it always heals me 100%. But anyways, okay, so I click deal. Got 8 plus 5, total of 13 down here. Another thing in this game you'll see real soon. You can get aces. Aces are worth 1 or 11, just like normal blackjack. But they don't have jacks, queens, or kings. So your chances of getting a 10 are just the same amount as a 9, an 8, a 6, 7. Those are all the same amount. So right here, you might think, oh, you're going to bust quite often because you might get a 10. There's going to be 4 jacks, there's going to be 4 queens, there's going to be 4 kings in the deck. But there's not. There's only 4 10s. So there's a lot of things. See, I didn't bust. I got 20. But I got 1 water card, so my crappy attacker water girl's going to attack. And these fire cards, I don't have a fire monster on my team. I have a dark, a light, a water, and 2 earth. So I'm at 20. There's not much I can do except just do a little bit of attack. I can pick a monster I want to attack. We're just going to try to take this guy out. Didn't do much damage. That wasn't a real good draw. Every time you do... Ooh, I hit that twice on accident. Every time you do an attack, you can see you gain 1 more skill counter towards your skills. Your skills are very important in this game. That's what makes the game kind of cool, kind of like Summoners War. It's the skills that are important. So you don't want to bust, because if you bust, you lose a turn and you don't get +1 towards your skills. So right here, 16. I mean, I could get a ace, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5 would give me a blackjack. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So half and half. I'm gonna bust half the time, and I'm gonna be okay and do a lot better half the time. So I don't really care on this. I just want to get the skill counter up there a little bit. We're gonna deal, 15. That's fine. I'm gonna get the skill counter up there. 14. I'm gonna hit. I busted. But this level's not that difficult for me. So 14. There we go. See, the more cards you get, the more multipliers you get too. So you can see I got a 10 here times 1.9 for my dark girl. She's a 4-star. She's my strongest attacker. So that's going to do quite a bit of damage. So anyways, I'm going to hit the autoplay. You can kind of see here. I wish it was a little slower. But autoplay, that was pretty good. I should have stopped that there. So I got coins and I got the card. So if I end up beating this level, I'm going to get at least 1 new card and quite a few coins, because it's on Nightmare mode. Not bad. But the autoplay seems to be a little bit aggressive. You'll see here, it did stop at 19, but the autoplay seems to bust quite a bit. So that's another downfall right there. There was a bust. It's another downfall of doing autoplay, is you're going to lose a lot of your possible skill turns by doing auto. Right now, auto's gonna use the regenerate, so now I can heal from my water girl there. She's gonna use her heal skill, Purge, which is gonna increase my regeneration rate. So they combo together, and you can see this combo skill is only here because I'm using both of these monsters. Now I'm using the Paladin because he has the shield here. He put his shield up. These monsters aren't even hitting my hit points right now here because I have my shield up. So I just got a BattleJack, see how fast the auto move is going here. But again, this is pretty easy for me because I have the shield up. I'm not too worried about his attack. His shield's gone, but he's not doing a ton of damage. There we go. See how risky the auto mode is, but it does some pretty high hits sometimes. Man, auto mode just owned it. But a lot of blackjacks. And another thing that's really cool about this game is every new level, if you've never beat the level before, so I got my one card there, it's a 2-star water sylph, so I'm using the 3-star version of this card right now. If you haven't beat the level before, you don't have auto mode available. So it makes sure that you play the entire level at least once before you start autoing something like that. So, okay, I think that's about it, guys. And gals, I talked for quite a bit. I showed you what the game is, basically. Maybe next time I'll go into arena mode. You can set up your defense. One thing I found with the defense is I'm not using my shield guy. You can see I'm using my 2 mech people who have the combo skill to decrease, flip around the defense. So basically with my 2 mech warriors, my 2 mech characters, and I'm sure there's all kinds of combinations out there for different cards, and people can build really cool decks depending on what you pull and you're lucky enough to get. But with these two, on my defense, defense works a little bit different. Basically, the only way you're going to kill another player is if you do a lot of damage to them in one big burst. So this team, I have a feeling, is going to be able to do just that. But we'll see. The first tournament just ended like an hour ago. So this new tournament, they're 2 weeks long, and at the end of those tournaments you get rewards. So I finished silver, which wasn't super high or anything, but I was pretty happy with it. And I got this 3-star rune and a few gems, and every time you climb the ladder you get more rewards as well. And with you should just get another team for arena that you can auto as well. I've been trying to do some auto battles with arena because it's always better to spend your energy and your points than to just let them sit there. Even if half the time you're losing, you expect to lose because you're gonna lose, you're gonna climb back up, you're gonna lose, but every time you play, you're gonna get more arena points. The arena points for this game are your glory shop here. So limit 1, when does this reset? Because this is how I got my dark mech character, and I was like, sweet, that's awesome, 950, I got enough arena points to get that. But that's a real kick in the chops if I can only get 1 light and 1 dark character, and that never resets. But yeah, you definitely want to do that. And then with the guild shop here, when you donate your monsters to your guildmates to help level up their cards for them, you can also do rare summons with those points as well. I have 50 right here just from helping out guildmates. So there's quite a few different things in this game, and it's keeping me busy, and I think it's fun. I'm going to keep doing my guild battles and Summoner's War, spending a little bit of energy, seeing if there's any good events, trying to do the events, but I'm having a lot more fun with this right now. So hopefully some of you check it out. Hopefully this video didn't bore you too much. If there's anything else in the game you'd like me to touch on, I'm by no means an expert in it right now, but hopefully I'm okay at explaining some of the different mechanics and maybe help you out, save you from making a few mistakes. So good talking to everybody. Till next time, LMC signing out for now.